episode of the podcast. I'm your host, Killstreak3608, here with my co-host, Misty326. He is currently struggling just with life. Don't know what he's doing. Um, just pray for the boy, you know. Um, we're back with live session number 12. This
We
one's
know how
actually going to
much
be
you guys
interesting.
miss these.
Yeah.
Especially the goat Cornwall Barley. I have to shout him out every video because he's our one fan.
Shout out Cornwall, the goat. Um, Before I forget, oh, um,
Sorry,
yeah,
Killstreak is currently eating bread right now.
I hate bread. Anyways, um, you know when you swallow something and just like sits there for a second,
I had a chip
waiting
lodged
for it.
in my throat like 2 nights ago.
Okay.
That was painful. That was a really painful experience.
Anyways, I completely lost my train of thought and what I was talking about. Um, I recently had a dream.
Congrats.
No. You know what they say, you should really pay attention to your dreams. They often depict something that your brain doesn't want to deal with at that specific moment, but it's on your mind. We actually learned about that in class today, in English class, called suppression. It's two different points of views from repression and suppression. Repression is more or less, your brain pushing down trauma that like you don't even know is there. Like if, say, you got hit by a car when you were 3 years old and you completely forgot about it, but for some reason you only drive on the right side of the road or something like that. Uh, it's called repression. Suppression is when you do it yourself. And you know what? The dream is actually super gay. You were in my dream. It was like I was at like a party or something. I was like at a party, and Harrison was there, but I don't know. It wasn't Harrison. Like it didn't look like Harrison, but I knew it was Harrison. It was like you were like a
NPC.
yeah. Well, not an NPC because I think you did. I can't remember what you did. You might have like I think you like hit something, and it like caused me to wake up. But you were there. You were definitely there. Um, I in the dream specifically. What I hold on, I'm being raped by bots. Okay, so in the dream, it was about like we were at like a big party, like it was like a going away party for somebody though.
It's a
Yeah,
going
my
away party.
mom. Yeah, I knew it was a going away
Now,
party.
what is a going away party?
You know, like if someone's leaving off, and you have like one last hurrah, something like that.
Oh, like there's
Going away party. Saying goodbye party.
oh,
People throw parties for any type of reason. But yeah, it was like that. I don't know who we were saying goodbye to, but we were just all there. It was like my whole family, like random people I've never seen in my life, and you were there. You were sitting in the corner. You had like a gray shirt on and
yeah.
black stockings. That's just when I think of Harrison. I think of a tall, skinny skeleton with the gray shirt on and black joggers. Yeah. So, and I, I like we were like saying bye, and we were like singing. We weren't like really eating. So, and then you got up, you got up, and you like hit the door or something, and then I just woke up. Very retarded dream, but you know, I thought I should
I
mention it.
actually had like one of those falling dreams where like you fall and wake up.
Really?
Yeah, that was the first time I've ever had that. I think it was we were going skydiving. Like me and some people were going skydiving. I can't remember it exactly, but I know it was skydiving, and I think my parachute didn't open. And like right before I
I,
hit the ground, I woke up. Uh, there's a person.
I actually know what killed him. Seriously, no, I actually know what that means. Sorry, I'm a psychological genius and also a sociopath. It means that you're afraid of failure, you know. I had a similar dream about like 8 years ago. You know, there's just, okay, I'm being bombed. There's just always that one dream that you just
Oh,
like
pumpkin
remember
launchers
from
are
like
here.
years
That's
ago.
pretty cool.
Yeah. Yeah, it's for nightmares. There's like a cube woman in the middle, you know?
Yeah,
Look
that's what
over
I
there.
pointed.
Ah. An NPC with a launcher. And you stole my kill. That's great. I want that pumpkin launcher. You did like 2 damage. But yeah, you know what? If you guys want to see us play Valorant, let us know. It's going to be like really bad footage though, cause I lag.
I can actually film Valorant because for some reason my
You,
Wi-Fi is accepting of Valorant. Like it's the only game it actually like accepts, and I don't lag horrifically. Yeah.
yeah, I lag horrifically on that game. Every game on PC actually. But yeah, guys. Anyways, not saying any names, but I recently got into my first high school fade. You know what I mean? Got into my first scuffle of the year. Uh, is with this kid in my grade. You know, it's just one of those kids. You know, like you said earlier, like an NPC. Like they're just background characters in your life.
Yeah.
You know of them, but you don't like know them. So I knew him, and a while ago I was talking to this girl that unfortunately we were no longer talking to. When I was talking to one of my friends about it, my friend ended up DMing her and saying like, "Oh, my friend wants you and everything." Didn't tell him to do this, and I like literally brought her up randomly. But nevertheless, he did it. I was like, okay. Um, I'm walking with a different one of my friends to uh, class. He's like, bro, you know Nick? And I'm like, yeah, I know Nick, because a long time ago when I was talking to this girl, like Nick was like, you know, he was like a problem. Like he was like the revenge type. I can't be murdered. He was the revenge guy, you know, cause she was mad at me because that was my dot days, guys. That's like my most infamous days. I was talking to 3 girls at once, all 8s, 9s, and 10s respectively. You know, I somehow ended up with 0, but story for another time. I actually, you guys heard of this girl? Any of the OGs know the old go check out some of the old podcasts. I name dropped this girl like maybe once or twice. I name dropped this girl, but like so Nick, he was like a revenge type dude. She was like, okay, if you can talk to other girls, I can talk to other guys type. You know what I mean, Harrison? That's what she was like. Yeah, you can talk to other girls, I can talk to other guys. And I was like, okay, go for it. And I ended up cutting her off for another girl who you guys also heard of. Um, Cutting her off for this other girl, and then yeah, Nick just stayed, just stayed. Got a pumpkin launcher. So yeah, and then Nick is saying that, oh, my friend's telling me, hey yo, Nick wants to fight you. I'm like, like, you know me. I just generally like fighting. I think there's something wrong with me. I just like hurting people with my hands.
Yeah, probably not
It's
the
just
best thing to say. Like,
something it's like a rush you feel like someone's in physical pain because of your bare strength, you know. Sorry. Um, Anyways,
never mind.
don't
We are not
incriminate
moving in
me.
together.
So I
Sacrificing
tell
a
him,
lamb. Just gonna wake up and
okay,
you're just gonna be slaughtering animals in the backyard.
okay, shut up. So I'm sitting there. I'm like, okay, tell him, I'm down for whatever. As my catchphrase is, I'm constantly ready to fade anybody. If anyone wants to fight, who is not bigger than me, I will gladly accept. So I'm like, yeah, can do that. And he's like, oh, yada yada yada. So I end up DMing him, right? Like, I was like, yo, what's up? Any smoke? Got any smoke? You know, smoke. He's like, oh yeah, don't talk to my girl. Essay. That was kind of racist. But he was like, I don't talk to my girl, yada yada yada. I'm like, bro, I didn't even text your girl, and she actually ends up DMing me, like talking about some weird stuff, like, like what's going on with the fight. That's how I knew that this girl, like, she's not the girl that I once knew, cause she was like boosting it up so much. Like, she was boosting it up so much. So, anyways, he wasn't there the day that I found out he wanted to fight me. And I ended up texting Harrison about it because I was low key. I didn't know how he looked. Like, I never knew how he looked. I thought he was this big Hispanic dude. Turns out he's about like my height, my weight, everything. So, anyways, we end up, next day comes, I'm DMing him, like, yeah, this place, this time. So all throughout the day, I'm just DMing him, like telling him where we
Truck.
should be, what bathroom. Tag on 32. Oh no! Didn't hit a single soul, and I'm dead.
All right.
Very low. Okay. So it's playing Fortnite for you. But anyways, what was I talk about? Yeah, day of fight. DMing them, telling them where we should be. Catch on having to push it back because I didn't want to do it in between classes because we have 5 minutes to get to our class, and I want more time. So, make a long story short, 2B, we have 2 separate blocks in second period, like skinny periods. Second part of it, I DM him. I'm like, okay, go to this hidden bathroom. He's like, all right, go in there. I go in there. There are janitors in there. He's like, bro, there are janitors in here. Can't fight. So I'm like, bro, what the heck? So I circle back. Back to my class, and I'm like, let me check one more time. I walk back, and I just see him standing there. Like he's walking back to, and he's just right there. And he's like, what's up? And I was like, all right. He's like, where should we go? And I'm like, come with me, sir. I lead him to this other bathroom. We start squaring up. I tell him to back away from the door because he was so close to the door, and I did not want to get suspended. I told him back up. He backed up. We switched sides. He tried to sneak me. And I dodged him. Then he rushed me. Right? He rushed me. He hit one shot. I know that he hit one shot under my eye. He punched me. I went back and I started throwing, and I knew they were all connected because when I looked at it, like, anyway, so I just started throwing. He like he grabs me, and I'm in between a urinal at this point. So if I punch, my hand is going into a urinal. So I decide not to punch. I'm trying to wrestle this nigga like to the ground, like I'm trying to wrestle him to the ground. Like, I'm up against a urinal, so he flips me over the urinal. At this point, I'm on the ground, and this he tries to start pummeling me, and like I can't let him do that because if he starts doing that, I'll for sure lose the fight, and I don't want that to happen. I do not want to for sure lose a fight, so I'm like, okay, where are you? If you don't mind me asking.
Boney.
Because you marked risky reels, and you're at Boney.
I marked Boney afterwards. Because I realized that risky wasn't Boney.
Okay, you are retarded. So, he gets me to the ground. He starts trying to do his little thing, and I can't let that happen. Because, if you're on the ground in a fight, you lost. So, I kick this man square in the jaw. Like, I'm kicking this man so much, like, just dead in the face. He's like, bro, why? He just stops punching. He's like, bro, why you kicking? I was like, let me get up. All you did was grab. Like, he rushed me, I punched him, and then he grabbed me. That's exactly how it went. So I tell him, let me get back up. We get back up. Now I see how he fights. And Harrison can tell you this. I'm very good at what's it called? Dodging. I'm very good at predicting where you're about to punch. So I see him and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna hit first this time. I punch, dodge it. I'm like, okay, cool, because he ducks his head every time he's about to punch. Punch him, and then he ducks his head. He throws. I dodge it and I punch him right in the face. As soon as I punched him, I just saw blood coming down his lip. I punched him, and then I punched him again, and then I kept on punching him. He ended up grabbing me. He grabbed me again, and we're like up against like a toilet. Like, at this point, we're up against a toilet, and I'm trying to like, get off of me. Why are you grabbing me? Like, bro, like, so I push him. I punch him again. Like, it's at this point where he's up against the urinal now, and I'm like, I could either slam this nigga or I could punch him again. So I end up punching him again.
What is that?
Oh, and that was one of the new jump scares. So I punch him again, and meanwhile, guys, bro grabs me, and at this point, I'm so bored. Like, what is he doing? I look down at my watch. It's 11:34, and we get out of class at 11:35. So I got to get back, because to remind you, I'm like at a bathroom, and at this point I've already been out for like 8 minutes. So I come back. Like, I'm like, bro, I gotta go. You know what I mean? And I was like, I asked him, am I bleeding? I asked him, am I bleeding? He was like, yeah. Then he was like, no, I'm just messing with you. Like, what are you doing? What are you talking about? Why are you joking with me? I don't want to joke with you. I want to fight you, bro. And I'm like, okay, well, you're bleeding. Like, you're bleeding in your lip. And he's like, oh, for real? And I'm like, yeah, you're bleeding in your lip. So, I walk out. I walk back to class. 1 minute left. Nobody knew what happened. It's crazy. And and he was like, as soon as I won, I texted my bro. I texted him, yeah, I beat this nigga out. I'm like, yeah, beat him up, yeah, I made him bleed, yeah. And then he's texting the same guy. He's like, oh yeah, I beat him up, yeah, I got him on the ground, yeah, I beat him up. So recently I've been trying to set up the rematch. About 2 days ago, when I tried to do it, he went at the wrong time. Help me.
You know it'd be lit.
Huh?
You know it'd be cool.
What?
Like 2v2 fight. It was like me and you versus like him and whoever. That would be amazing.
That would be lit. Can you help me? I knocked one. I cracked this one too.
I don't know if you can, but that was at the time.
But yeah, anyways, I feel like he's ducking me now because I texted him today before school. He watched it, then he stayed out of school. So we're out of school on Monday, so I'm for sure gonna fade him again on Tuesday. You know what I mean? You know. Why'd you finish me? Like, what? In the middle of a fight. So yeah. And he died. Oh no, that was the other guy. Woo! I'm sorry guys, I'm energetic today. Man.
Oh my god, bro.
Other way.
I know. I'm trying to leave.
Pretty sure it's a bot.
That is not a bot.
It's not a bot. Might want to look at the door. They're everywhere.
Are you serious?
Oh.
Are you serious? That was a roller coaster.
What a goat. What a goat. Zone's coming in.
Really? Really? No.
They are minis. Pop the minis first.
Oh yeah. Forgot about that.
You were just looking at them.
Oh. Okay, buddy. I didn't run you over, and that's how you were paying. Are you okay? Well, the guy okay?
Just keep going. It's a crackhead. Yeah, guys, we are out of school for
There are
the next
people
3
everywhere.
days. Yep, we're out of school for the next 3 days. Very fun, very cool.
Oh, you know,
I
we have like nothing but breaks from like here on out.
yeah, no, lit.
We have this Monday off, next Tuesday off, then the Thursday after that off. Oh my god.
Bruh.
Oh, okay, that's okay.
Bro. Well, you tried.
No.
You know, you are the definition of flight. You know, they say there's like 2 instincts, fight or flight. You're the definition of flight.
Well, I'm both.
You just go.
If I see it's not working out in the first 5 seconds, I'm just gonna leave. Oh, that's the guy I didn't run over. That was the flash guy. Oh,
No.
game isn't good anymore. I let him live and he kills me.
We're back in the old days. You let someone live, you guys sky base to the top of the map. And just 1v1 at the end. Or just someone sacrifices themselves, bro. Used to be so sad. I remember this one time I'll never forget. It's like season 3, season 4. There's just this default, and I remember it was the default redhead. It was a default redhead. She's like, when we get into a fight, like we do the little crouching thing. Now we become friends, and we get into a fight, and it's also another guy. It wasn't the same default, but it was also default. So we're building. We end up killing him. You know, killing the guy together. And then he just pops out of the box, the nice guy, and I just one pump, just put him down. I didn't even mean to, bro. I didn't even mean to.
Honestly, the default, like, back with 50v50s thing, the defaults that would revive
Oh yeah, the
you.
default that, yeah.
Like, they'd be like sprayed at by a minigun, and they're just standing there reviving you.
It's like, I think I'm getting this revive.
Yeah.
Wonder what they're doing right now. Probably dead from COVID.
I wish I would have known that.
That was
Wish I would have known that Fortnite was
right,
gonna get
bruh.
sweaty. Cherish the moments more of when people didn't know how to edit 30 times in 4 seconds.
Remember when like 1v1s? Remember me and you 2v2'd Gavin and his friend and Gavin and Jake got blown out so bad. Because we were so bad at the game, but it was alright because everyone else was so bad at the game. Now, well, same thing, but instead everyone's good at the game. So. There's nothing in this cup. I'm drinking asphalt.
Did no one go here? Like, at all?
Absolutely no one. But yeah, another thing. I recently said, screw it. Oh, someone actually did win here.
Oh, he has terminal brain cancer in the lungs.
What's wrong with you?
I'm gonna take him to my hospital. Oh, there's another guy there. Hold on. I would drop this guy. Okay, yeah. You stay there.
I want him. I apologize.
Dude, this thing is a laser. The combat, if you can control
it
the
is,
recoil,
bro.
it's a freaking
Yeah, the
laser.
I think they had to add that recoil. Without the recoil, it would just be like mowing people down.
Did you
bro,
see
'cause
how
the fire rate is so fast?
I don't think it was a joke, cause like that guy usually doesn't make jokes. He usually gives like updates on Warzone and stuff. He said the Krieg got like a 200% recoil update.
Really?
Yeah. So now it's like pretty much impossible to use.
Good. Great. I appreciate that. The Krieg is one of the most overpowered guns of all time. And the bad thing about it is, bro, oh my gosh. I remember the good Call of Duty games where you just wouldn't run into an anime skin or like a random anime skin with a freaking dragon Krieg 6. Like, bro, what even is that? It's literally paid to win. Like, I know we say a lot of things about Fortnite, but one thing I can say about Fortnite that they've done since the beginning, they kept all of their purchases purely cosmetic. None of them are like pay to win. You know, you don't buy a gun and just get, you know, buffs. It's just purely cosmetic. And I wish COD would have done that. It would have been a much better battle royale to tolerate. Cause you know you'll just be chilling, like with the M4A1 from the first season, and you'll get destroyed by an MP5 no with a no scope, a freaking Prometheus sniper from Infinite Warfare, bro. It's crazy. Like you're just sitting there, and it's supposed to be World War II times, but you get killed by a freaking laser gun. It's weird, bro. Like it's
I
weird.
know it's a mix
You
of
know, say what you.
Modern Warfare, World War II, and Cold War.
Is that, bro? It's so gay. It's so gay. Why can't it just be? Oh, which rooms are back?
What?
Which? Bro, it's so annoying, bro. Like you can't enjoy. Like I don't. I do not. I can say this confidently. I do not play Warzone if it's not with one of my friends. Only Call of Duty, like New Age Call of Duty, like 2016 and up, that I play is Infinite Warfare multiplayer and Modern Warfare multiplayer.
Oh, I play Black Ops 2.
No, I'm talking about New Age CODs.
No.
Yeah, those are the only two like I play, like just for their multiplayer. Because the thing with Infinite Warfare is that it still has like Black Ops 4. You know Black Ops 4, bro. I hopped in. The lobbies are dead.
Really?
They're so freaking dead. There's nobody in the multiplayer lobbies, nobody in the blackout lobbies at all. The lobbies are gone. They're dead, and it's still a $60 game. That's the crazy thing.
I know.
But yeah,
Bro, on Steam, every Call of Duty, like even like Call of Duty, like the first Call of Duty
the
is
first
still like
one.
$60 on there. Like they're way overpriced.
Yeah, bro. Like Black Ops 2 and Modern Warfare 2, some of the best first-person shooters of all time. And I can say this confidently, they should not still be $60. They shouldn't be $60. They should be like at least 30. Like, and they've like if you talk about the base games and how bad they've aged due to hackers, it should be less than that, honestly. Like you can't play
Oh, there's a duo down there.
multiplayer. Yeah, you cannot play multiplayer. Oh my gosh, what a beam. Bro, that gun, bro. But yeah. You know, is first quarter over for you guys too?
Yep, we're in the same county.
Just had to make sure first quarter is over. It feels so good knowing that I have no. Oh, that's a lie. I still have a project to do.
You know what's weird? It feels like school started like a day ago. First quarter's already over.
Bruh, no, it feels like school is constantly about to end. I'm so sorry.
That, man. I don't even
sorry, I
mind you
completely
stole the
took
kill.
that
I
kill.
just like, God, if you can control the recoil on this, you're unstoppable. I already have 6.
Oh, just gonna grab this med kit. But yeah, guys. So honestly, for the first time, I can say I am a 5 out of 10 with happiness.
I'm like a no, I'm chill.
Yeah, yeah, cool. And I recently became a certified snake. The friend that I've been talking about. He has this ex who is so bad, bruh.
What is
So
circling?
bad. I don't know, but she's so bad, bruh. And I feel like under this circumstance, it's good for me to start talking to her, and I'm gonna tell you why. She has told me multiple times that she's not getting back with him, and like he's calling me talking about, oh my god, I want her so bad, bro. Like, and I can't. Like I tell him, and he takes it as a joke. Like I'm being for real with you, bro. You gotta move on. And mask. Not a lot of people are going to be wearing their masks next week because the mask mandate
Oh
has
yeah, I
been
forgot
deemed
about that.
optional for school. I'm probably still gonna wear it, but I'm gonna like pull it down a lot more.
Yeah,
But
because it's option
because
or it's mandatory on the bus, but not in the class.
yes, yeah, it's optional. No. So yeah. Recently, Harrison, thank you. Thank you. I can say that you finally put me onto an artist that I absolutely hated. Bro,
What coaches?
Coochie?
Coaches?
Coochie is so bad. Bad? No. Good, bruh. Like, oh my gosh.
That's what I'm
Like,
saying.
even though he's a complete, like, you can't cap. He is a Playboy Cardi child.
Well,
But he
is he
is
a Playboy
very good.
child or is Cardi a coach's
No.
child?
That doesn't even make sense. Cardi came out years before Coochie.
I'm gonna wait for him.
So
I don't know what that does.
basically, yeah, I've been listening to Tell him a lot more. I'm gonna dive deeper into his
Okay.
discography.
I know I've said this a lot, and it's gonna be like my sixth time saying it, but tell him and Miss the Rage remake.
No, I'm being merged, by the way.
It sounds bad, but it is literally like
I've heard it before.
it's
I've heard it
so good.
before. I'm being killed by a what is this skin? Carbide. I'm being killed by carbide.
I got it.
That is not carbide.
That is a ninja.
Repeat, that is not carbide. Okay. Kill him!
Oh my god.
Okay. Alright, let's do some 2v2s. We're not winning the game this time. Sorry, guys.
Anytime soon.
I think we won a game last podcast.
Usually win one like every week.
One every week. Sounds good. Oh, yeah, pray. Keep my brother in your prayers. His father recently passed away. Very sad, and he's like very like his dad is like young, like he died in like a car accident.
Oh.
So it was like a really bad car accident, like because he's like a truck driver, right?
Yeah.
Got into like a really bad accident and he died because of it. So keep him in your prayers, guys. No one likes losing a parent. I will say though, guys, I don't know where this has come from. No clue. But it might be from you guys, but I don't know. But I've recently grown 200 followers in the last 2 weeks. So I don't know if it's you guys. And I also went from 70 likes on my post to 272. So don't know if it's you guys, but thank you. Just a week ago I was at 636. I'm at 875, road to a million. Cristiano Ronaldo, watch out. Have you grown any, Harrison?
No.
Okay. Well, hey, God works in mysterious ways. Anyways, let's talk about gay people. Let's talk about gay rights. So I feel like gay people should not have any. I'm just kidding, guys. I'm just kidding. Don't cancel me. I'm sorry. Oh, it's only 3 people in here.
I actually thought about deleting Snap.
Really? Oh, I've been talking to the girl on Snapchat. Her name is I can't say her name. Well, I guess I can. It's only her first name. Her name is Angie. Angie. She goes to the new school in the area. You know which one I'm talking about, right?
No, there's millions of girls named Angie. No way.
Not she doesn't go to your school. She goes to the new one.
Yeah, I know. Is she Latina?
She's cute.
Latina, whatever.
She is. She is a Latina, but most Angies are Latina, so that doesn't mean anything. Most girls, period, names that starts with an A are probably Latina. Andrea, Alexandria, what's the other one? Angelica. You know, they love their A's, don't they? Um, that didn't sound racist, did it?
No.
Okay, just making sure. What did I just click? I don't want to use a charge shotgun. I don't know why.
I think it's me and this dude versus you.
It is. Okay. Well, that's swell, isn't it? James Charles is gay. Gay. Good, gay. Hey, gay. Gay. Very gay. I'm being played on.
Stuck inside the house.
Well, hey. You know how it goes. You win some and you lose some.
Been playing the Hunter recently.
Huh?
Hunter. Got my first kill. I sprinted in a forest for 45 minutes. Shot a deer point blank.
Right.
Call of the Wild.
Not even worried about you. I'm just trying to kill your partner. What is bro doing? Loser. Come on then. Come on. Well, hey. I win some, you lose some. Alright, well, hey. I hate my life, you hate yours. Let's kill ourselves. As soon as I said that, I just fell off.
It's like a solid 95 degrees in my room right now. Like it is.
What'd you say?
This is like a solid 95 degrees in my room right now.
Really? It's I've been like dealing with like very like I don't know, very changing temperatures. My body. 1 second I'll be hot, next second I'll be like super cold. I sleep with my fan on, but I also have like this heating pad that I rigged up so it gets like deathly hot and like burns my skin. So I can feel something. call. I am adamant. No. No.
I am in a tree. I know.
I've killed your teammate. Okay, okay.
Well,
Hey, give me a
wait.
5-second head start. I'm out of meds.
Oh,
What's wrong with you? You saw me for a split second and you still kept drinking. Okay. Oh, real.
I think the guy left.
No, he's still here.
Is it getting hotter or colder?
Enderman. What the hell? Quite literally standing at the door.
Oh,
Get out of the building.
just walk out the door. I'm good to y'all. Have a harpoon.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
Okay.
Ah, I fell off.
Go, you scoundrel.
Oh my gosh, I just failed at editing so bad. Right there, that was embarrassing. Okay, I'm dead.
Guess I gotta go up there now.
No, King, give me a second. I'm serious, give me a second.
Oh.
L. Get pooped on. 6-year-old Fortnite streamer.
I hope you get bum fucked by a chicken.
Looks like a fish.
Oh.
Can't edit. And you're dead. Just look down. Saw you fall.
My character literally slipped.
Harrison, just how about you go sit in a tree and wait? Just wait. Okay. God, what's wrong with you?
Alright, I've cranked to max height. Now I will go kill you.
Bro, your teammate is so bad right now. Let me live. How'd you die again?
Remember, we have arena points. We have like what, 400 arena points.
Do we?
Yeah. Remember we sat in a bush the whole game?
Yeah, let's play arenas after this. Your teammate is pissed.
I think he left.
Oh no, he friend requested me. Did he friend request you?
He did not.
Come on. Alright.
Were you still? Did you think I was still up there?
Is it a girl?
What?
Is it a girl? Oh, he just asked to 1v1. He literally just asked to 1v1 me. I do not want to 1v1 this man. I now feel extremely uncomfortable. And I want to die.
Yeah, he got asked to a 1v1. It's like, you're rancid.
That means he thinks I'm good and I'm good competition. Or maybe he just wants clips.
Yeah, I think he just wants clips. He didn't friend request me. Tapped him 40, tapped him 40.
What the fuck? Hey. Stop shooting at me. Alright, now I'll let you heal. I'll let you heal. anyways, back to the depressed story. I think I got a little too happy. And also air some tea. That just automatically causes for depression. And I kill myself. Yep.
Okay.
Oh, no. That's the way it is. That's the way it is. The way life goes.
Easy, easy. Yeah, clapped on. You're terrible. It's so free, literally so free, freer than free, literally no earning, literally dog water. So trash. No arena points, no arena points. Garbage. Absolutely terrible.
No! Okay, end of stream. He's invited me to a party, and we're going to play PC. 55-minute podcast, one of the shorter ones, but also one of the more interesting ones because we talked about something. Now, speed run it. Patreon, link in description. Instagram, link in description. His Instagram, link in description. Our Instagram, link in description. Mazzy's Instagram, link in description. And hey,
If you don't know, Mazzy is our social media manager. We pay her
it
with
doesn't do
shout-outs.
anything. You guys.
Oh, he's here.
Yeah, yeah. We're going to get off immediately though. You're gonna play PC. Have a what's our thing?
Have a
No. Don't
let
let
anyone
anyone ruin your vibe.
have a great day.
You know, it's actually have a nice day,
Yeah,
but
shut
you changed